Do I have no sales? Why don't my ads work? Why don't visitors convert into buyers? The truth about dropshipping is that most business owners make the same mistakes again and again, but we want you to stop making them after you watch this video. Hi, my name is Alicia and you're watching the Ali Dropship channel. At Ali Dropship, our plugin lets you start dropshipping even if you have a low budget. In this video, we will be telling viewers how to start their own business with just $150. But be careful not to make the following dropshipping mistakes. Selling cheap products in single units. It seems like a good idea to dropship cheap products for a much higher price. However, some of these goods tend to sell in single units. Due to high cost of conversion, the profit margin will be very low. So selling cheap stuff for a higher price doesn't always work well. It doesn't mean you shouldn't sell cheap goods. Some of them can be really profitable if you manage to increase your average order value. Watch this video to learn how. The next one is ignoring the cost of conversion. Here's a backpack on AliExpress. It costs $15 and the seller offers free shipping. Great! If I charge extra $10, I can keep this money as my profit. This is what most beginners think, but it doesn't always work this way. It can work if buyers come from free sources like organic traffic, but the truth about dropshipping is that most sales come from paid advertising. In this case, you have to actually pay for acquisition of each real buyer. The sum of money you have to spend is called the cost of conversion. Take a look at this. Here's the cost of conversion, which is $14, which we have to price in as well. Or find a better promotional avenue with cheaper leads. Speaking of conversion rate, do you know how to find yours? If you use the Ali Dropship plugin, download our Google Analytics Enhanced e-commerce add-on. This enhancement provides detailed statistics for your business and it's absolutely free. We will leave the link in the description. The next mistake is ignoring price spikes on AliExpress. Sometimes AliExpress sellers change prices, and if the price became higher than the one you set for your site, that might be a problem. We don't want to sell things without a profit margin. The Ali Dropship plugin was developed for dropshipping from AliExpress. One of its features is the ability to automatically update the prices in your store whenever they change on AliExpress. That's convenient. You won't need to worry about your price being lower than suppliers if they change something. But if there is a product you're advertising on Facebook and Instagram right now, you'd better turn this function off. Some dropshippers make this mistake. For example, if you offer a product on Facebook for $20 and the price on AliExpress suddenly changes, site visitors will find a different price on your site. That's going to be an unpleasant surprise which may result in some angry customer emails. This mistake is about mindset. You can't make money without spending money. Many dropshippers share their success stories and tell beginners how much they earn. What they don't tell is how much they spend. The truth about dropshipping is that you can't make money without spending it. The Ali Dropship team invests hundreds and thousands in social media campaigns alone. So don't expect miracles. One Facebook campaign for $10 is not enough to get impressive results. Sales need time and testing. Speaking of Facebook, didn't you know that now you don't have to manually create Facebook catalog with the products from your store? Our Facebook business add-on can automatically upload goods from your dropshipping store. It's compatible with WordPress and WooCommerce sites if you have the Ali Dropship plugin installed. Check it out, it will save you a lot of time. Another popular mistake is not changing anything when seeing no results. The opposite of the previous mistake, there is a time when spending too much on advertising is not wise. For example, if it's been a week and you have spent $300 on ads but only got 2 sales, you really should stop, because obviously your current campaign isn't working. On the other hand, premature decisions often cause failures as well. Sometimes a Facebook campaign generates sales on the very first day, and that's when you decide to increase the budget, but then nothing happens. Many newbies also decide to turn off a campaign after just 2 days with no sales. Both decisions are premature because a day or 2 are not often enough to make a reasonable decision. Just keep testing to see where it goes for a few days more before making a big decision. Another common dropshipping mistake is to launch advertising campaigns without preparing your website for visitors. Most people who come to your site are interested in a given product, but they are not sure. Pretty much anything can deter them. So make sure your product pages look great, are informative, and are functioning properly before you drive paid traffic to it. If you're uncertain about whether your store looks good enough or has everything working optimally, use our dropshipping store review service. Our team of experts will analyze your website and provide a list of recommendations. Another truth about dropshipping is that you never know what's going to work and what's not. The products you found, the ads you created, and audiences you are targeting all require testing. Testing costs money, but making a mistake here costs much more. Launch a campaign and watch how it performs before making a final decision. Ignoring remarketing is another mistake. Most people who visit your dropshipping store will probably buy nothing. Sad, but you just have to deal with it, right? Wrong. Some site visitors are not lost forever. Remarketing is the way to promote products to people who withdrew from purchasing for some reason. And that's another sales channel for any business. If you need more tips on how to promote your business on Facebook, watch our premium webinar. We explain the whole Facebook ad strategy we use for our own dropshipping stores and how you can repeat all the necessary steps. Check it out with the link in the description. Another unpleasant truth about dropshipping is that you are dependent on suppliers. Even if you have found a great seller with low prices and high-quality goods, relying solely on this one supplier will make you vulnerable. Always diversify your suppliers because you never know if costs will go up or if a supplier turns out not to have such great item quality. Of course, it's difficult to manage multiple sellers at the same time. That's why AliDropship developed the My Supplier add-on. It will provide you with detailed information on your sellers, their products, and the income they have generated so far. You can see who performs the best and make your business decisions that way. Learn more with the link to the add-on in the description. Not trying to increase the average order value. Oftentimes, beginner entrepreneurs are happy with how much sales their stores make, but how much you earn with each sale matters too. The average order value is how much an average customer spends with each purchase, and there are many ways to increase this parameter. We already mentioned another video devoted to this topic, and if you prefer reading about increasing your profits, you can check out our blog post on this topic here. Most beginners also realize that targeting everyone almost never works. Offering products to narrow, specifically targeted groups is usually more efficient, but newbies often target the obvious audience, which might be too narrow and specific, leaving out wider groups of potential buyers. Always test wider audiences. You never know what you can discover. Giving up too soon. And there you have it, the ultimate truth about dropshipping from us, the experts in dropshipping for over 10 years. Success doesn't come right away. You have to work, experiment, and invest. We may make it easy for you to get started, but the other half of the heavy lifting comes from you, the business owner. Slowly, with experience, you will learn how to run your store and avoid common dropshipping mistakes. Case in point, one of our customers from France had to wait for 6 months before he got his first sale. But now his 2 stores, yes, 2, make more than 10,000 euro a month. How? This guy didn't give up. He kept testing and experimenting to find what works. And if you want to watch our interview with him, follow this link here or find it in the description. Remember this, dropshipping isn't one of those schemes that promise to make you a millionaire in a month. It's a business that requires thinking, risking, failing, and patience. So keep going. Thanks for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and remember to subscribe to our channel for more helpful videos. Do you have any questions? Ask them in the comments down below. See you next week. Bye!